guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. So recently I went to Silverburn, which I have never been before, and I drove there, and let me just tell you, that drive to Silverburn was probably the worst experience of my life. But anyway, whilst I was at Silverburn, I popped into the beauty department in Debenhams. Surprise, surprise. I went to Urban Decay and saw these two things, and yeah, obviously I bought them because they are amazing. First of all, this is like a Moondust eyeshadow, I believe. This is basically like a glitter eyeshadow, and this is metallic, so in some lights it's purpley, some lights it's blue. It just, oh, it's amazing. And when I saw it I was like, yes please, that one, thanks. Then the second thing was this Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner thingy. I've always wanted one of these, and this is the one that like reflects, so in some lights it looks green and loads of different other colours. It really just depends on when the light hits the glitter on your eyes, but I absolutely love it. These were £14 each and they are amazing, and I used them both today on my eyes. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on now and continue with the video. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this makeup look, then please just keep on watching, and I really hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start off this look by doing my eyes. I'm just going to use a primer. This is MAC's Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, so I'm just popping that everywhere where I'm going to be applying eyeshadow. I'm using the Morphe 35p palette, and I'm taking this lightest purple shade and I'm just buffing that into the crease of my eye. Then I'm taking another eyeshadow. This one's quite similar to the one I previously used, but a little bit deeper, so I'm using this to deepen up the crease area. Both of the shades I've just used are matte, and I'm using the same fluffy blending brush to buff them into the creases of my eyes. Then I'm using a separate blending brush to blend away any harsh lines. Then I'm taking this deep matte purple shade and I'm focusing this on the outer corners of my eyes and then slightly bringing it up into the crease area. Then I'm just taking that blending brush that I used previously to blend yet again. I'm spraying my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus just so the pigment from this shadow is super duper intense. This eyeshadow is called Solstice from Urban Decay. I'm then applying some winged liner. I'm using the Rimmel London Exaggerate Liquid Liner. I'm then applying some glitter on top of that liner. So this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Distortion. I'm not saying that right, but I'll leave it in a link below. I'm then applying mascara to my top lashes only, and this is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, which is amazing and I love it so much. Moving on to the base makeup, I'm going to be using Benefit's Professional to prime my skin. So I'm just dotting that on my face and then smoothing it out. I'm then going to use the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Primer just to add a little bit more of a glow to my face. For my foundation, I'm going to be mixing two foundations together because I still don't have a foundation that is perfect for my skin because I still have a little bit of a tan from my holiday. So the foundations I'm using is Benefit's Hello Flawless in the shade Honey, and then MAC's Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NW13. So I'm just mixing them together, then dotting it on my face and then blending it all in with a foundation brush. Next, I'm going to be concealing underneath my eyes using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I'm also using this to highlight as well, so I'm placing a little bit on my chin, Cupid's bow, down my nose and on my forehead as well. Then afterwards, I am just blending it all together with a tapered foundation brush. I decided to cream contour for this look, and I'm using some LA Girl Pro Concealers. The darkest one is in the shade Toast and the more lighter one is called Medium Beige. So I'm just popping those two colours where I normally cream contour, then I'm blending it all together with a foundation brush. I'm then popping a little bit of the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain underneath my contour so it looks a lot more clean looking. I'm using the Makeup Revolution's Ultra Contour palette to set the lighter areas on my face. So first of all, I'm taking the banana coloured powder to set underneath my eyes. Then I'm taking the lighter powder next to it to set everywhere else, apart from my cream contour. I'm going over my cream contour and warming up my face a little bit more with MAC's Give Me Sun Bronzer. For blush, I decided to wear my current favourite, and it's from MAC and it's called Petal Power. It's just a beautiful rose gold pink. It's stunning. I'm using e.l.f.'s Pinktastic blush to highlight. This is honestly one of the best highlighters and it is so cheap. I'm applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, a little bit on my cupid's bow, my nose, a bit on my forehead, pretty much everywhere. I'm then lining my lips with this Kiko lip liner, and I can't for the life of me remember what it's called, and I can't find the lip liner, so when I find it I will leave it in a link below for you to see what name it is. So yeah, I'm just lining my lips with this. The lip colour I decided to go for is my current favourite and has been my favourite for a good few weeks now. It's the Colourpop liquid lipstick in the shade Beeper. Moving on to brows, I'm using this Benefit Conditioning Brow Primer. This was the first time I used it, so I can't say too much about it yet, but it seems pretty good. I'm then using Benefit's Ka-Brow Eyebrow Gel, so I'm basically popping this on my eyebrows, just filling them in and making them a lot more defined. And this is in the shade 3. Then to set my brows in place and just give them a little bit more definition, I'm going to use Benefit's Gimme Brow, and this is also in the shade 3. To finish off the eyes, I'm taking the Morphe 35p palette again and just using the matte white shadow to highlight my brow bones. I'm using this light purple matte shade and just buffing that on my lower lash line area just to create more of a smokier effect. Taking e.l.f.'s Pinktastic blush again and just using this to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. Time for more glitter. I'm going to be using the same Heavy Metals Glitter Eyeliner from Urban Decay that I used previously and just popping this on my lower lash line area just to add more glitter because I'm obsessed. What can I say? The falsies that I decided to go for were these ones from BB's collection. I can't remember the exact style, but I will leave it below so you can check out if you're interested. Lastly, I'm just using the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara on my bottom lashes. So guys, that's this makeup look complete. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!